Welcome to Common Sense Tech Solutions. Today we're going to work through a free trick to free up storage on an iPhone. We're going to follow along with this slides presentation so that you can follow along on your phone and see how to take care of this little trick. What we're going to do is we're going to free up storage on your iPhone, and we're going to do this by tricking it by trying to download a file that's much too big to download so that we'll clean out some of the internet cache, some of the junk files that you're not using. So here's how we're going to do this. Before we get started, I just want to mention cloud storage. If you're not already using any kind of a cloud storage, obviously your iPhone comes with the iCloud app. You can use it. I'm not a big fan of it personally because it doesn't work well on my other devices. So I use Google's Drive and Google Photos. Either one of those two will get you the cloud storage that you need so that you can move things off your device. With that being said, let's get into this trick though, because this is what you're really looking for, the free trick to clear up space on your iPhone. So if you head to your home screen, now mine's going to look like this. I've got all my buckets set up with all my apps. Yours may look a little different than this, but what you're doing is you're looking for the settings button. Once you locate the settings button on your phone, we're going to go ahead and click on that to open up the settings page. Now mine's going to look a little different than yours, obviously, but what we're looking for on that settings page is right here, the general. Once we go down here, we're going to click on General and open that up. Now you see your General page. And from here, we're going to scroll down. You may have a software update waiting, perhaps a little red number there. I do not. But right now, if we go down here to Storage and iCloud Usage, that's what we're looking for. I'm going to click on Storage and iCloud Usage. That's going to bring up your page. On storage and iCloud usage, you can see how much of your device is being used currently and how much is available. I have mine blocked out for just now because I want to show you as a baseline what we're starting with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for this Manage Storage right here. We're going to go ahead and click on Manage Storage. Once we've done Manage Storage, you're seeing your storage page. Here's how much is used. On my iPhone, here's how much is available. And then here's all of the apps that I have loaded and how much they have stored, all the data they have. So what's important to note right here is that currently my phone has 1.85 gigabytes of storage available. That's going to be our baseline for this trick, so I can prove to you that you're going to gain some space. So if we start out with a 1.85 gigabyte base, yours is going to be a little different, but you're getting the idea. This is where we're starting with. I want you to note real quick, too, look how much this app is storing. Facebook is storing almost a whole gigabyte of data by itself right now. That's going to change after we do this little trick. Doesn't delete anything in my app. It just kind of goes ahead and get rid of the junk files that aren't currently being used. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click your home button on the actual phone, the little round button at the bottom. Go ahead and click on that. It's going to take you back to your home screen. From your home screen, what we're going to be looking for is the iTunes app. I have the iTunes store right here. It's the little pink and purple one with the music note in the middle of it. We're going to go ahead and find it, and we're going to click on the iTunes app. So go ahead and open your iTunes app. Could take it a second depending on the internet that you're on. You're going to see the page is going to load, the iTunes page. It's going to have some kind of a demo movie up here. Gorillas is what's mine showing. Yours is probably going to be different. But the important thing that we're looking for on the iTunes page is movies. It's right down here. It's the little movie film. We're going to click on that. You're going to get to your movies page, your landing page. Again, you may have different selections than I do, but that's okay. You're still on the same page that I'm on. We're going to go to search, which is going to be located right down here. Go ahead and click on search and go ahead and type in Lord of the Rings. That to me, I just think is one of the most long, boring movies I can think of. And it's a very large file. So if we look for Lord of the Rings, that's a good one to use. You can use any long movie, but I'm just using this one as an example. So once I started typing Lord of the Rings into my phone here, Lord of the Rings Extended Edition came up. That's a perfect example to use for this. So I'm going to click on that. Then you notice the Fellowship of the Rings right here, the Lord of the Rings movie. If I click on this selection right here, it takes me to the movies file. Now I could download this right here, but what I want to do real quick, just to kind of show you what we're going to do with this. If you scroll down on that movie page, you'll notice right here that the size of this file is 8.86 gigabytes. This is a huge file. 8.86 gigabytes is actually quite a bit larger than the 1.85 gigabytes that my phone currently has available. And that is the important part here, is that you want to find a file that's just a lot bigger than what you currently have available. So once we've determined that I do have a file here that will work, this movie is way bigger than what I've got available. I'm going to scroll back up to the top of this movie page here. And right here where it says buy, $19.99, buy this movie, It's going to be scary for you the first time you do this because you're probably thinking I'm trying to talk you into spending some money, but I'm not. If you click on that button, the buy button, you're going to notice it's going to process and it's going to start thinking. That little circle is going to start moving around. It'll take it a minute, but eventually what's going to happen is you're going to get this failure notice. You cannot download this because, as we determined, you don't have enough storage available. So that's the trick that you need to do to bump some storage. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and hit OK on mine. Once I hit OK on this, it'll get me back to the movie page. And then I'm just going to go down and click my home button on my phone to take me home. So what I want you to do is go back to your home screen now. Once you're on your home screen, you're going to want to go back to settings once more. Go ahead and click on settings. Once you've got settings open, we're going to go down here to general. Once you open your general page, you can find your storage and iCloud usage just like we did before. And then the magic starts to happen. We notice we have a lot more available storage now. So let's go into manage storage and see what happened. If I click on manage storage, I now have 2.99 gigabytes available. Now, if you remember a while ago, I only had 1.85 gigabytes. So just by having that failure notice, the operating system on my phone magically found 1.14 gigabytes of storage. And the way that it did that is, if you remember, my Facebook was storing almost a gigabyte of storage. It's down to almost a third of a gigabyte. So just that one app clearing out the cache of that. And it went through all of my apps and it dumped any junk files trying to get me some room to get that thing downloaded. So that's my theory. Scott's theory is that the reason this trick works is Apple wants your money. They want you to be able to download that big file from iTunes. So they're going to clean all your cache, all your junk out for you to try to get you as much storage as possible to buy something. So what I did is we just saved up, got up to 2.99 gigabytes just by having a failure notice. And that is pretty much the trick. What I did later that day is I actually turned my phone off and then turned it back on. And for some reason, after doing this trick, it actually went up to 3.31 gigabytes, even more storage. So there's another trick you can do on top of it is after you've done this failure notice, go ahead and just turn your phone off and turn it back on. Who knows what kind of storage you're going to find. I'd like to thank you very much for your time. Hopefully you found an extra gigabyte or two of storage the way that I did. My name is Scott. Stephen Quarles is the other half of Common Sense Tech Solutions. We're at 615-784-3818 or commonsensentn.com. Thank you very much. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it and tell others about us. We work by word of mouth alone. Thank you.